Hey guys, yes, this is the third video in this outfit. I'm filming them all at the same time because I am a new mom. My son is a 2-month-old baby and he does not give me a lot of time to do things, so I'm taking the opportunity now that he is taking a very long nap because he got his vaccinations today, to film. So yes, today is August 15th that I'm filming this. He will be 2 months old tomorrow on August 16th. He was born June 16th. Just for reference, he was born 5 pounds, 10 ounces, 18 inches long with a head circumference of 13 inches. So I did not do a 1 month update because I had only had him home for about 2 weeks at that point because he had a nearly 2-week long NICU stay. He was in the NICU for 12 days. I have a video on that. I have a video on our birth story and our NICU experience. I'll have them linked down below. Check them out. Just so you can be kind of more aware of the details that I may or may not talk about in this video. But yeah, so today I'm just going to do his 2-month update. I'll include basically anything that's happened in the last 8.5 weeks that he has been earthside. I'm just going to start with today's information. I have his doctor stuff right here. So he got weighed today. He currently weighs 9 pounds, 5.2 ounces. So he has gained nearly 4 pounds since being born. He is in the 3rd percentile for his weight, which is, a lower percentile, but it's totally fine. He was born a month early, so he was smaller, but what matters is he is following the growth curve for that. Like, he is exactly where he needs to be. He is gaining the correct amount of weight for him. He is 21.5 inches long. Again, he's in the 3rd percentile for his height, but he is, again, following the curve where he needs to. His head circumference is now 15 inches, and that is the 20th percentile. So I guess he's got a big head compared to his little body, but it doesn't look weird, so that's okay. He just started smiling in the last week or so, social smiling. It is not very consistent. He's still working on it, but we are getting smiles, and he is cooing, trying to kind of talk, in the way that little babies do. And it's awesome. So I have him on a eat, wake, sleep cycle kind of routine. And so when he wakes up, we'll feed him. And then during that wake time, right after he eats, is when he's in his best mood. And that is when we can get some smiles and some talking out of him. And it's the best. I'll insert a video of him smiling right here.
Hi, good morning. Oh, did you have any good dreams? What did you dream about? What did you dream about? Tell me. Huh?
He loves tummy time, which is unusual for babies, I know, but he loves holding his head up and looking around. We oftentimes, after feeding him or whatever, if we hold him like on his stomach, on our chest, and he is just constantly looking around at everything. That is his favorite way to be held, the most comfortable. And so he does a lot of tummy time on us, but then on the ground as well. Actually, at the doctor's appointment today, she wanted to see what he did on his tummy, so she put him on his tummy, and he proceeded to roll over for the first time. And he was on a bench, so she caught him as he rolled over, but he rolled from his belly to his back for the first time. I don't think that's something that's gonna be very consistent yet, but it was really awesome, and she was pretty impressed. So let's see what else. He is pretty much almost exclusively breastfed. He has about 1 to 2 bottles a night, not every night, but most nights, just to give myself a break, as well as he's not really sleeping the best, so he's on a half and half AR formula, half breast milk bottle combo, and so I think that formula kind of helps keep him full a little longer, as well as I can make sure he's see what he's getting. He gets about 4 ounces in a bottle, which he's eating plenty. I know I'm producing enough. It's just kind of easier to measure, and breast milk is very thin, so it can go quickly and not keep him full for as long. And so I need to figure it out because he does not sleep good. But basically, we try to give him 2 bottles, one in the evening and one for the first like wake up feed, essentially, to try and stretch our sleep. They work sometimes it doesn't, because he struggles with some gas. He is not colic by any means, but he pretty consistently, about an hour and a half to 2 hours after he finishes eating, he has gas pains that wake him up. And so that is where a lot of the sleep issues are coming from. So we are getting really good at doing tummy massages and little bicycle legs and hip circles and all sorts of things, trying to get the gas out. Gripe water has not been the best for us. It doesn't work the same way. It works for hiccups phenomenally, but for him it doesn't really help relieve any gas pains, as well as I've heard it leads to constipation, which we're trying to avoid because he has enough stomach issues. So we only use the gripe water if A, he has hiccups for longer than like a few minutes, and B, if we're desperate because the gas is just not, massages aren't working, and the gas drops. We have the simethicone, whatever that medication is, and that was recommended by the pediatrician. If those don't work, which those kind of are like hit or miss too. Basically, tummy massages are the best, and they don't always work because he is a gassy little boy. So that is something that we're kind of dealing with, though, and it affects his sleep. He only sleeps an hour and a half to 2 hours at a time. So he'll eat, takes about, and I'm like having a strict schedule now. I was doing feeding on demand, and I still am somewhat. It's more scheduled. So he'll eat, and I'll make sure he'll eat for about 20 minutes. And then he is awake, and I'm kind of playing around, seeing how long he can last. And right now we're about 45 minutes after total of eating. What am I saying? He can be awake for about 45 minutes, including the 20 minutes of eating. Sometimes he pushes it to an hour. Sometimes he is a little less. It just kind of depends. But 45 minutes is the average. And so at 45 minutes, I will go ahead and do his nap time routine, and we'll put him down, and he takes about 10-15 minutes to fall asleep. Me constantly having to go pop his passy back in his mouth, whatever. And then about 45 minutes after that, he will start squirming because he has gas pains. Now, on good days, if I'm lucky, I can go in and quietly do the bicycle legs, tummy massage, and get all the gas out, and he'll pass out for another hour and a half, 2 hours. A lot of times, though, it doesn't work out that way. He gets too uncomfortable. We get the gas out, and he is crabby from that and wants to eat, and we start over. And so that is kind of where we're at. And during the day, it's it's a struggle to only get 45-minute breaks, but that's okay. That's being a mom. But at night is when it's hard, because he does not sleep longer than 45 minutes, an hour and a half, 2 hours if I'm really lucky, which I'm not a lot of times. Usually the way it goes is he will sleep, he'll go down, he goes to bed around 8:30. He will sleep until either A, 10:30 and then want to eat, or B, and usually with the bottles, B, he'll sleep till about midnight or 1, and then he will wake up, and we hit that 45-minute mark. What's that? So yeah, so then after between 12:30 and 1:30, he'll wake up and ready to eat. And then that starts, typically, I mostly just breastfeed throughout the night. Occasionally we'll do a bottle. Okay, we're gonna have him in here for the rest of this video. I can't really do the bicycle legs and things. It really helped get the gas out. He got shots today on his little thighs, and I think it hurts to do that. So he gave him some gas drops, and we'll hope that they can kind of help, since I can't do much of the stuff that really works. Hopefully he won't want to eat for A little bit. I only fed him like an hour ago, so it's okay. Well, maybe he'll fall asleep in my arms. We'll see. So yeah, so he will go to, what am I saying? Oh, so then he wakes up basically. If he gets up at 1:30, he'll be up again. If he goes back to sleep easy, he'll be up again by 3 or 3:30. And then again 5:30, 6:30, 7, like, you know, it's very short. And I know you're like thinking between 1:30 3:30, oh, that's a 2-hour stretch. It's not. He is eating from 1:30 to 2, and then taking, you know, if I'm lucky, I can lay him back down and he falls asleep. If I'm not lucky, it takes 10-15 minutes of me constantly sitting back up, putting the pacifier back in the mouth, lay down, light on, pacifier in the mouth, light off, lay down, light on, pacifier in the mouth, light off, lay down. Like that cycle for like 10-15 minutes. So I only in all actuality get maybe an hour or so. Oh, it's okay. Of sleep. So yeah, so that's something we're working on. I've read a lot that around 3 months is when gas problems will essentially solve themselves. So we only have, you know, a month left or so. And that's basically what his pediatrician has said too, that it's just something that he has to grow out of. You know, he's not colic, there's no underlying issue, he's just gassy. You know, the digestive system is one of the last things to develop, and somewhat kind of develops after they're born. And he was born a month early, so it's just a combination of issues, and definitely could be worse than it is. And we're figuring it out. We're doing a lot better than we were when it first started happening right after we brought him home. So yeah, he got his vaccinations today. He got his DTaP HIB IPV combined vaccine, his pneumococcal 13-valent conjugate vaccine. They explained these to me at the office, but I have mom brain, can't remember anything. And the rotavirus vaccine, but that was it. That was just an oral dose. The other 2 were shots, and one of the shots was, the first one I read was 3 vaccinations in 1 shot, which is nice that they do that. So we only had to get poked twice. Let's see, little man likes me a lot. He likes to be held. He likes to be breastfed. He enjoys that. He likes laying on his tummy. He enjoys tummy time. He is just, his smiles are so sweet. Yeah, and that's all for his update. I'm going to include a little postpartum update while we're here. So I am just over 8 weeks postpartum, and I've had it pretty easy, I think. Last time I was weighed, I was already only 5 pounds away from my pre-baby weight, which is, you know, great. I didn't gain, like, I gained exactly what they recommend you gaining while pregnant, and I basically lost all of that at this point, which is really nice. I know a lot of people struggle, and I didn't really struggle, which is good. I will say I don't fit in any of my old pants, because where the not necessarily the extra weight, because I think that's still going away relatively, and at the weight I was at when they checked me about 2 weeks ago was a weight that I had been, you know, like my weight fluctuated between I'll just say it, between 110 to 115 frequently. I'm at was at 116 when they weighed me, so it's right, you know, something I am very frequently with. But where the weight is at is in a new place. It's in my lower abdomen, on my belly and my booty, so my pants do not fit. I went up a pant size, so that's fun. I mean, I'm not gonna complain. It's to be expected. I had a baby. If I don't fit in my pants, oh well, I'll get new pants, which is what I'm working on. I would say I don't think I have any postpartum depression. I definitely think I had baby blues, the first few weeks, which honestly with him being in the NICU, I don't see how I wouldn't have had the baby blues. And the whole birth experience wasn't what I wanted, and just a combination of things. But I think I'm doing extraordinarily well. I'm pretty happy. I enjoy all of these things. I'm having a good breastfeeding experience with him, and other than no sleep, which I will get hopefully maybe some back in the next few months, we plan on sleep training him around 4 months, so if not anytime soon, by then. So yeah. So I did have a C-section. My scar is healed up all well. It was healed up by the 6-week appointment. And recovery for me from the C-section was pretty well. I used the binder that the hospital gave me, the abdomen binder. That thing was a lifesaver. It was awesome. You know, all the firsts were really nerve-wracking. My first bathroom experience was not, you know, it wasn't awful, but it wasn't fun. Whatever. I took all the medicines they gave me. It helped a lot. My first shower was scary, but it wasn't bad. You know, I made sure to get up and walking sooner rather than later because I think that helps. I read that helps, and I think it really did help me in figuring things out, or not figuring things out, but in getting healed up quicker. Whenever I went in for my 6-week, I went ahead. I got back on birth control. Not on birth control. I have the Paragard, which is a copper IUD. I've had that before, so I know it works really well, and I have it again, and yeah, I'm pretty much everybody's doing good. Yeah, it's been pretty good. I really like being a mom. I have the cutest baby ever, and we are doing really good, and we enjoy figuring each other out. So I'm sure there is a lot more I want to talk about, but I get distracted a lot with this little dude. So that is all I'm going to talk about for now. And I hopefully will, you know, stick to doing a monthly update with him. I'm not going to do not anymore. This is the only one. I'm not going to do any other postpartum updates really, because at this point we're past the fun stuff. Have any questions, go ahead and leave them below. If you have any videos you want to see, whatever, just leave it below. You can hit me up on Instagram. I love talking to people on Instagram. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Go ahead and subscribe if you want to see more of me and this cute little baby in the future. And yeah, thanks for watching. Bye. Bye.
This is my 2-month-old baby. He's kind of crabby because his gas is upsetting his belly a little bit. Woke him up. But here he is. Here's his legs with his shots. Poor guy. You're 2 months old. So big.